All right, and we are back for another community stream for Battle Legion. I am Ulther, and this is Thursday. Today we're going to have a lot of fun with the new and exciting fight night. Almost approaching the number 60. We're at 58th fight night. Been quite a while. I guess this year we shall hit the 100 as well at some point. We're going to be looking at some cool stuff coming out very soon with the raids as well. And you're right, Rebel, it is early. Today, this is a special day. Actually, it's a holiday in Finland, so I am streaming during my holiday. So it is a couple of hours earlier today. Well, because of today's a special day, I don't really have time later on during the evening, but I still wanted to bring the stream even a little bit earlier to you guys, especially since a lot of cool stuff that you guys were actually hoping for, that we have been talking about, is coming, and a lot more is already in development. So today, actually, you will see a new boss. A new raid boss, the first images of how he will look, and also a little bit about the mechanics. And actually, if any of you have been playing let's say other games, other online games, mobile or perhaps not even mobile, what kind of raid mechanic is missing from our raids? Usually, if you have a raid with several bosses, there would be one or two of those raid bosses. Actually, you can think about that. It might be one of the quizzes for later on today. Ulther, will you get straight into the new feature? No, I think that I will get into the feature at around 5 o'clock. So we will take a look at the new patch that is coming out. The raid boss won't be there, but we are hoping to release them very, very soon, as well as a bunch of changes to the raid itself. But I should start off with kicking off the fight night. Let me go live with the fight itself, and there we go. Today, as I promised, I got a corner build, but I didn't want to put it in the corner, so I put my corner build smack in the middle. A robot raid. Oh yeah. What is it? What time is it in Finland? In Finland, it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so 16:11. And greetings back to Mongolia. Do remember you've been stopping by already a couple of times, Steve. Nice to see you, buddy. All right. So, yeah. The other thing, of course, is that we are also getting closer to testing and perhaps even talking about that one big feature that I have been already, I guess, for the last couple of months discussing. But I would say that within the next couple of weeks, that should be revealed as well. Actually, I'm hoping that I would be able to showcase it, perhaps even next stream already. But we will start slow. We will start it easy this spring, this summer, and we will get into the raids today first. And I would say that we can talk a little bit more in a little bit more detail about All sorts of changes coming to the raids, coming to the scaling, the new bosses, and so on. Also, I will not get into very many details. Don't have the numbers, don't have the powers, but we can also talk a little bit about the new artifacts as well, because some of those are around the corner too. Oh, is it thunder? In Finland right now, it's super warm. It is like unusually warm. It is over 25 degrees Celsius. And yesterday spent a good amount of time on the lake. Was really nice. And oh, need to keep on spinning with these shards. Steve Stopetto. Actually, why is it? Yeah, I think that this is wrong. This is wrong. I'm gonna fix it. Something broke in the fight night. Something broke in the fight night thing. Let me fix it. Now it should start finding. Yep, Kane is the first one. And we yeah, I was talking too much. I wasn't even paying attention that I was fighting the wrong people, but definitely uh, better now. And also in that regard, with the names of the people coming up, and generally seeing the stats of fight nights, and I suppose it will be at some point also possible to view the all statistics of the fight nights. But there was a little bit of discussion, internal discussion, and uh, as soon as we get the resources freed up from that big mysterious thing that I have been discussing or not discussing or trying to avoid, and just sort of teasing you guys with, once we release some of the resources, then we could improve on the fight night feature, and then also perhaps add some more cool stuff to it. So ulther, if I understand well, the next era will be crazy rich in new feature, right? That's the plan, actually. I mean, we do have quite a lot of things coming out in this era. Let's say that the first season gonna start a little bit slow, with just some of the changes coming out, but we are looking to expand the raid ranks. We do intend to overhaul the difficulty, and then also the reward system for the raids, add a new raid boss, and then later on down the line, of course, that's not going to happen at the same time as the raid boss itself. Even look at some artifacts. I can give you a little bit of a teaser, mention some ideas perhaps about them, but nothing in concrete, nothing. A lot of is subject to change. The most I can say about is the new raid boss, but that will happen in about a bit over 40 minutes. Do I have to have my game running to play against you? Asks Nick. No, you have to come to Discord, usually a day before. So yesterday I've posted a sign up form, and you had to go and sign up. And then if you did, then you would have a chance to fight against me. I basically collect all the sign ups, put it into the machine, and then it randomly selects a person. And then if you didn't get selected to fight in this current fight night, and you sign up again, then you will have a higher chance of getting picked. Give us some teaser, man. I will, as I promised. I will even show you how the boss and its special minions will look like. So, and also do press that like, because once we get to 100, and then also once we get to 30 minutes, we'll have a quiz. But I mean, if we get to the likes thingy, likes goal, we shall also have extra extra quizzes, and yeah. All right, if you did sign up, then all you need to do is hope that you will show up and be able to test your army against me. Last time I had a bit of an overpowered setup. I think that maybe about 10-15 people managed to win. I think that this time around it will be a lot easier. Though these guys do pack a punch as well at times. By the way, seems the friendly stun of PT got fixed, right? I'm not sure. Perhaps I hope so. Also, I do know about the freeze, the Untamed Beast friendly freeze did get fixed, if I remember right. But hopefully the stun as well. All right. I cracked my nuts. He actually managed to mind control most of my stuff. Pretty nice. Hello, Millen. How you doing? Yeah, seems my units are not friendly stunned anymore. Oh, that's good. That's good. I mean, it's a pretty neat ability. I wish also that would be better described. I mean, it's a pretty decent chance of stunning. Actually, it's 1 in 4, so 25% chance to stun with that ability. So, absolutely. Juice, I guess. Will managed to pull out. Whoa, did me bring it up here? I did not understand that comment. But yeah, how are the raids doing? Have you guys enjoyed the a little bit of a bug with the current raid where a lot of the effects were affecting the player units instead of the boss? Let's see. Definitely people I think were expecting to be here at the normal time. I did manage to confuse the people by streaming a lot earlier, but that means that the people who have been the most how to say, the most awake will get to see the sneak peek of the boss first. I like not using bombs for a change. Yeah. Well, I mean, I do think that it will take you guys at least a little bit of time to plow through the new bosses. The curve will get smoother overall. So also, I want reverse of the first and third attunement on effect artifact. Bring back the boost cauldron. Yeah. I'm not. I mean, I would say that with some of these, the change was definitely good. But with the cauldron, I'm not sure. Then again, I haven't really used it all that much myself, so can't really say. Yeah, 10 a.m. here in Brazil. We're working. Well, that's true. That's true. You guys, it's actually quite early there already. The time. But you guys have a normal work day, or does anyone else have a holiday, like a national holiday? Because in Finland and in Sweden, I think that basically in all the Nordic countries, the this day as a day off. I'm not even. I think it's. I'm not even sure what's the actual name of the holiday. Nice to know. Always face off against an Englishman. What brought about the decision to put resistant pieces as first attunement anyway? The reasoning behind them was that a lot of these artifacts weren't being used. So I think that the cauldron was the only one that actually seen any play, and it was very much in quite niche armies. So we wanted to try something new and give the effects a bit of a boost. Also, a lot of the cool units which have the effects, they don't get to apply them as strongly. So definitely it was meant to increase the power, but it's right now we are evaluating how well those artifacts are performing, how well those units are performing. So I wouldn't say that it is set in stone that all of the artifacts that deal with resistances or deal with certain type of damage or conditions will be like this. But in some of the artifacts, actually, it would make sense. For example, something like frost, I think that you would actually rather, or fire, you would actually rather remove the resistances than other benefits. Yep, holiday in Austria. Yep, there you go. We're not alone. I think it's some sort of Protestant thing. To be honest, I'm not really aware, but to be honest, a free day, especially during the beginning of spring and when the weather is nice. And actually, to be honest, it doesn't feel like spring anymore. It's summer over here. RD and Plague Boost was good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the RDs are a fun unit. I actually would like to do perhaps something with them in the near future. But like I mean, basically that Cauldron gave them the empowered plague rune for a little bit of time, and that's definitely super powerful. If you wanted to boost the sword, then the first attunement, the second is spread, and the first attunement, the second is spread, and the last is resistance span, like the cauldron. Oh, so early the stream. Yeah, Romulo, today is an early stream. It's a special day, special stream. Well, at least by the time of the stream. But basically, it's yeah. I wanted to keep the stream still on Thursday, even though it is holiday. But due to also own circumstances, I have to do it a bit earlier. But still, deliver you the news, and then those people who have missed, at least you guys can tell them, and then of course they can also check out the recording of the stream and. See, I mean, everybody knows, and or at least everybody knows that has watched these streams for any period of time, that I always start talking about the new things about 1 hour into the stream. So it's quite easy to fast forward, even though actually perhaps we should also do some sort of links and notes in the some sort of section as well. We'll need to talk to the guys later on. I feel like I've seen almost nobody using those artifacts now anymore who was using in something like Banner or Warhorn now, if they weren't already. The Cauldron was good because the first attunement was the damage bonus. Would be nice to have the rolls for attunement not affect each other. Yep. When is the roadmap coming up? Many players asking about the future of the game. With the roadmap, so basically this is the new roadmap is planned to be released this quarter, and this is our one of our main objectives for sort of stream, well, not really stream communication. I don't really want to call it stream communication, but sort of a new regular updatable place. But if before it was on the Trello board, this time I want to have it on the Zendesk, so basically on the same page as the FAQ stuff, because then I can also follow and track who is not who is following, but I mean how many people are coming and looking at the stuff. Is it being read? Perhaps we can also add a little bit more of detail and explanation about the upcoming features, and maybe start adding screenshots or pictures into that as well. So it will take a little bit of time, and also I can't really talk about a lot of the things yet, as we are testing and then either putting or not, or completely cutting the feature out of the production for now. So maybe something we have testing, we've created it, but it doesn't perform, it actually hurts the game. So for now, we, at least in that iteration, are not going to add it, even though perhaps the idea itself is not horrible. And I'm being asked in Russian where I'm from and how do I know Russian. And I was born in St. Petersburg, actually. Back in the day, it was called even Leningrad. So I am 39, so definitely old enough to have seen and been there. So moved at some point to Finland and lived there ever since. Так что я из России, еще из Советского Союза, родился тогда так давно. Так что с Питера или из Ленинграда. But that's enough of Russian. Just wanted to say a couple of words to my countrymen, even though I haven't lived there in a long time. Still, at least I can read the comments and try to answer, and hopefully the guys also understand English. It has been improving, and Russians are no longer really completely unaware of other languages and cultures, which is awesome. Right. What else do we have out in the chat? Let's scroll some more. 16:30, so we have about an hour until we start looking at the new patch and also at the new raid boss. You should use this pattern for the attunement order for attunement damage, then spread or support. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that definitely we are looking at the data and looking at how the artifacts are performing, and I would expect more changes and more sort of like balancing things being done to artifacts, also as new artifacts will become available in the future. All right. Does the reload on Stormcaller actually work? Well, of course. I mean, it has an attack, and what reload does, it resets. So I mean, unless there is an inbuilt sort of limit to how fast can attacks occur. So actually, I would say it's super effective on on things which have or on attacks that have very low attack cooldown, because basically you just get a lot more sort of hits out of it. But we're also 16. It's 16:32, and I think it's time to do a quiz. Let's create one. What do you think about artifact donation system for clans? I think that it's a good idea, but that's, I think it as a good idea as a player, not as a game designer. So I would like to of course also be able to trade the artifacts and get them faster. The question is, will it create some sort of unwanted behavior and unwanted ways of doing things? Like, for example, people making all sorts of deals or doing something really silly just so that they could be invited into a clan, so that they could be, of course, like they could have access to artifacts they don't have access to. But then again, if you make a limitation where you forbid people trading artifacts that they haven't earned or received, then while it might work for a lot of people that are, let's say, aware, and they figure out the rules and understand how it works, it might become too complicated for a lot of other people, and people wouldn't understand how the system works and how can you trade. So it's a very sort of fine balancing act. But I mean, other than that, of course, the getting easier, or like not easier, but making sure that you get that artifact that you want and being able to level it up faster. I mean, yeah, sounds nice. When are we going to talk about the upcoming changes and balances? I'm at work now, can't watch you straight. I'm going to be talking about it in about 25 minutes. I'll do a quiz real soon, as soon as I need to look at my cheat sheet of quiz questions. If I could find it, that'll be great. Everyone will just request Frost Pedant, though. Is Frost Pedant the most, the best artifact? Of them all? Or what's your favorite? There. All right, the first quiz is done. Let me make it answerable. And there. let's see if you guys are watching other things than streams from our YouTube channel. Excellent. I wonder how I haven't really been following now the results. So this is not looking super good for my mighty heroes, but hopefully I wasn't losing all of the time. I use spear, it's okay. Yeah, I haven't in the fight nights. I've used the mythic artifacts, but on my private account, I think SR5 is the highest that I have managed to gone up with my private account. Even though I did manage to get actually pretty high in the last season. This season I haven't really played, but I did do the fun doggo build. Are you going to change the donation system as I suggested? Well, we're not going to change it exactly as you have suggested, say Bora, but we definitely will be looking and making fixes to the donation system. Also, things like artifacts, definitely no plans of adding that as of yet, but we are aware that that is something that that people want, and if we can make it happen, we will. Are you complaining? Not so much, really. I mean, it's my own inactivity, to be honest. I have been playing in a clan with a couple of people from work, and they are friends and family, and let's say that we have ran into a problem that many other clans have, that don't have as active population as possible. So definitely looking forward to some smoothening of the curve, and I'm not even sure how when where will it be smoothened. Will the SR5s become easier, or how will it be? But definitely some balancing will happen once the new tiers would be open. Oh, at least you read it. Oh, definitely we read it, and say more. I do more than that. From the stream, I create and stream feedback, the stuff that you guys put into those thoughts, suggestions, comments section. I make a summary out of that. We do make a summary out of weekly sort of main topics, and then we just take well written and well argumented suggestions or changes or whatever thoughts, we do take them directly to the design team. So definitely, it's just, of course, there are many ideas, there are also many systems and many things being worked on. For example, we are working on new sort of passive resource gaining system. So that most likely will eventually replace even the current wagon system, and it would be just overall easier while getting you the same results or the same resources. So, whoa, the stream is the true suggestion channel. The stream is I would say that you can think of it as it's a good way of getting a reaction and getting a response about the suggestions, because the suggestion channel, if you start answering every single comment and every single suggestion, you would be answering the same thing over and over and over again. Over here, it's a lot easier in a way, and also it creates content, and that helps the game as well, and it'll also, it's relevant and current. I mean, if people want to hear about it, and they want to come and ask the question, versus that somebody put a message sometime and you don't even know will they come and read it a week or when later. So definitely, it's a great place and great platform to get get the information and perhaps dig a little bit deeper into reasonings, and also see a bit into the future, what is happening with the development, with the game, and so on. I wish they used, even if moderation needed, the Discord channel. I mean, we do use it. We have used it, and well, I mean, it's all about also where and what do we have time for. It would be nice to have a Trello board or something so that we can see our recommendations are taken into account. True, and actually, I think that Seymour, you weren't on the stream a little while back, but basically this is something that we're working together with the support team, and it will be part of the FAQ page in a sense, or you would find it from the same portal, and it would be then regularly maintained, and we would be also able to see stats from it, like how many people visit and view it and so on. So is there a way to let us know? Well, I mean, that would be also a place to for example put contents of our suggestion box, or it's not a suggestion box, as much as we want to do box that our design department has. And I mean, it has a lot of the ideas that came from you, a lot of the ideas that came from within the company itself and various people. But yeah, definitely something that you can look forward to as soon as we get it done. And but definitely coming, and it's coming now, not as something that I maintain and I would have the sort of responsibility of running and just updating it when something new comes out, but we will turn it into a regular thing, and it will be spread between the people, they how and where we collect the resources and how often do we update it. And I think that perhaps the updating of it will also be tied to some maybe appearances of some people from the design team even. So giant spiders, yeah, giant spiders would be awesome. Absolutely. I mean, all the cool games that I've been playing recently in my free time have had giant spiders. Absolutely. We are almost at the time to do the information, or to look at the information about the next era, the next season, sort of like in the take a peek onto the new raid boss. Love the New York short you're repping. Thank you. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, in about 15 minutes I can tell you a little bit in detail, well, in details. In details, I can talk about, or in more details, I can talk about the new boss. But I will talk a little bit more also about just some things which are about to hit the game in this era. And then also hopefully then in 2 weeks time, when we have the next stream, I can dig deep into that big new feature. And I think that it might be actually a such a special stream that there would be no fight night, or maybe fight night would be a footnote somewhere just running constantly while I'm doing nothing else but deep diving into this brand new, massive, gigantic thing. Oh yeah, and add mounted unit. Would mounted unit work so that basically you can either kill the mount or the rider, so that when the damage is done, either one of them gets hit, or of course maybe even both. But then eventually you would be able to have like a bunch of wild horses running around, or rider dudes trying to like find another horse. New boss come next patch. No, it won't come next patch. No. That is not what is happening. But this era, yes. So not on Monday yet, but soon enough. Ulther, better don't start hype. I'm gonna get some more water. Melee kills mount ranged rider. That's actually not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. So I have the I need to check one more thing. To set up for showing the oh, nope. I'll check one more thing before we get into. We have 8 more minutes until we need to dive into the new. Yeah. There is a bit of an issue because I can't find the patch notes, which normally are in the same place where I can find them, and now they're not here. So let's see if I can find it, then we can, there we go. No, this is not the correct one. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, this might be a complete failure on my part with the providing information on the new. I mean, I can talk about the features, but I'm not sure if I have the patch notes available, which is really annoying. But maybe we can actually find them on the stage build. So we might be able to still see them, but I need to, or I might be able to find them for you guys, but I'll need to do some trickery over here first. That is really strange that it's not. Really strange that it is not here. Yeah. Ulther, I have a weird question maybe. I've followed you for a while on live, but what is your position in Traplight? Are you PR? I am community lead, so basically I am in charge of social media, Discord, all sorts of player events, and collecting all the feedback from you guys. Basically explaining what and why we do, and then also collecting and bringing information from you guys to the development team, and then everything that is associated with all the fun around it. So, but community lead is the official title. With rank 17, there will be new mind controlling unit? Question mark. Maybe. Actually, I don't remember what were the what were the units over there? Yeah. Okay. It looks like unless I find it in the very final place, it looks like we will not be looking at traditional patch notes this time around. They are not available, at least in the normal means, and also everybody is on the vacation, so sorry about that, but this is live and these things happen. But that doesn't mean that we will not be talking about the new things or looking at the new raid boss, because it's just mainly about the nerfs, buffs, and all of those kind of beautiful effects. So let's see if there is actually a document somewhere. And if not, Yeah, looks like there won't be patch note reading this time around. So as we're getting closer to 5 o'clock, we're going to dive in straight into fun stuff and perhaps talk a little bit more what is coming in general during this era, the cool features. Not necessarily that much about the content, though we will talk about some content and some of the something that you guys were asking about. But for the patch notes, you guys will have to wait. Let's see if we can post them during the weekend. If not, then they will be in the game when the patch actually comes out. All right. Community lead, Ulther, you should be more active on Discord. Yes, I definitely should. We have been quite busy with other stuff, but Discord definitely needs to. Perhaps I should have a sort of time like an hour or two where I'm actually actively on Discord, because obviously I can't be answering or actively present there all the time. I have other things to do than chat on Discord, even though that is pretty nice as well. But yeah, only one quiz thus far. Yes, only one quiz. We haven't reached the likes category yet, I think. All right. But now it is 5 o'clock. I will keep the fight night running on the background, just so that those people that have signed up, so that people have more chances of participating and winning those gems. But first, we are going to be talking about the new raid boss, which will come pretty soon. It is being tested currently, and also when it will come out. It will, for the first week or two, it will be every other time in the rotation. So what that means is that first it will be Volcanus, then it will be Galliux, if I remember correctly, the new guy's name, and then again, let's say Leshir, and then again Galliux. Once we are happy with how the boss works, then it will enter the normal rotation and he will be 1 out of 4. But initially there will be a lot of Galliuxes. What is Galliux? And how does he look? So the first initial images of the boss have been received, and Galliux is perhaps familiar to you if you are from Finland, especially if you are from Sweden, and if you are from Sweden and if you've been or read about Örebro, they have this tradition where they build this gigantic wooden goat, and every year someone, and I mean it's not planned, and I mean they have tried to prevent it and douse it in things which would prevent it from burning, but every year someone burns it. So yeah, this is a new raid boss, and this is a very different raid boss from what we've had previously. Previously we had more of a puzzle of how to avoid damage from the boss, how to deliver the damage to the boss while trying to survive, especially at the higher levels, at higher ranks. You had to do a lot of things just in order to survive. What this is DPS check, if you guys know the term, but damage per second check. This is the boss that will be seeing how much damage you're able to do if you pull no stops, if you just try to freeze and hit them with the hardest thing. how does this boss work? Every single one of these guys around him, they transfer the damage from themselves onto the boss. So you can use AoE for extra damage. So about the sort of health armor and these kind of things. Of course, there will be modifiers that affect them as you go up the star ratings. But the details of that I don't have currently. But this is how it looks and how it is going to work mechanically. So you will just need to do as much as possible damage as you can. While looking at the boss, or actually, I guess I should, or I can. Actually, I can make him into a small buddy, and move him all the way over here. Yeah, let's make him a little bit bigger. There we go. Piñata. Oh yeah, it is. So does it hurt you? No, it doesn't hurt you. You just hurt it. It can't hurt you. You can just hit it like you mean it. Can we fight against the boss? No. I can't show the boss fight. I don't have the build where it would be active. It's not in the stage where actually it's showable, and chances are that some things might even change about the way it looks on the picture, or maybe it will the hoof will be a different shade or something like that. No, they don't fight back. They just stand there taking it like true wooden goats they are. The idea is to see how and who can make the biggest amount of damage, pure damage. Can you lose against it? Of course, if you don't do enough damage, you're not going to kill it. I mean, it can take a lot of damage. You need to do a lot of it. I mean, if you guys played games like World of Warcraft, then Patchwork is a good example, where it is not necessarily that you are in grave danger while trying to kill the boss, but it's how fast can you kill it, and can you actually kill it. But of course, that's not all that is coming in the near future. And near future, I'm talking about the next era, not the next season, but the next era. So in the next era, we are aiming to also bring the scaling of the clan raids. We will do that by adding 5 additional bosses, so it will be star ratings will go from 1 to 15, and at the same time as we add the new star rating bosses, we are going to be smoothing out the curve of difficulty of those encounters, as well as taking a look at the rewards you get for defeating them. So you should expect to be able to get rare and mythic artifacts easier, or more people will have access to them in the future. And of course, for the people who are already in mythics, then there will be new bosses, more challenging bosses, and then hopefully the rewards for those would also be matching the difficulty achieving them. So Gullix is supposed to just sit there and do nothing. Yes, that is true. I said, whoa, we will get a boss that we will kill by healing, like the dragon in ICC. baby, you need to assemble your best army of druids and valkyries, and then actually that would be pretty cool. Like you would have to keep like something healed up while you try to stave off like something that is not even that damaging, but let's say like infinitely spawning skeletons that will eventually overwhelm. That's a like a healing raid boss. That would be cool. Or healing something like that would be actually really nice. But damage dealt remains though, right? So victory by attrition, or does it heal? I don't think that it heals, but it is tuned so that you or we do want to tune it so that you do need to do smartly DPS and to do good enough DPS. Right. So, but that's not actually even all that I want to talk about. But so we've talked about a little bit about the new raid boss, and obviously, this raid boss is just going to be one of the many to follow, and more to come. So what do we have now? The new raid boss, the raid scaling and raid rework coming up. We have scalable modifiers coming, and scalable modifiers means that if you are fighting right now an SR10 and the boss would have immunity to ranged attacks, then SR10 boss would have 100% immunity to range attacks, or 95, whatever, or 90, whatever is the maximum, because we've stopped using the binary immunity. So now even if the boss is very resistance against certain type of damage, let's say melee damage, you would still be able to do 10% damage even with the melee units. So this sort of scaling system is going to scale also based on the star rating of the boss. So let's say the star rating 6 with the melee immunity would have maybe 45% melee damage reduction instead of the full 90% that a full SR10 or like the maximum star rating boss would have. And that is coming out already pretty soon. Then what else do we have? Then we have, of course, I've seen the designs for 3 new artifacts. I'm not going to go into details. I was asked not to reveal any numbers, but one deals with conditions. So I'm just not going to say much else about it. The other one I could spoil a little bit by the name, because it doesn't really say too much, but it's about unity. I'll actually I lied. I will spoil it a little bit more because it's okay. I can do it. And I want to, because it's very exciting. The new artifact is unity, and that is to do with more focus being put into the factions inside the game and the interactions between the factions. So we do want the factions to become more engaging and more unique and have their own sort of good, bad sides, and so that perhaps you even have a certain sort of bond, and a lot of people already do, and already create, not just through the faction but also through the skins, their own outlook onto the army, and how they behave, or how they well, not how they behave through the skins, but basically what sort of style you want to play by the faction, how you play. Definitely playing a nature faction is very different than playing more with constructs. Very different setup and very different kind of approach to the army building. But on the cosmetic side, something that you guys have been talking and asking about for quite a while, and it's a new cosmetic pack, and that is coming, and it's going to be Nature Frost pack. So basically, a lot of winter theme and a lot of nature theme stuff. It will have some of the old skins and some which will, but mostly it will be brand new content that you haven't seen, and then of course some recurring things that have been in the previous available previously. The Unity artifacts, not artifacts. It's one artifact. So I've seen the designs for three artifacts. One deals with conditions, and that is nothing to do with Unity. And then there's Unity artifact that has something to do with interfaction interactions. And third one is complete mystery, a black horse or cat in the bag, depending on not a black horse, a cat in the bag basically. Yeah. But I mean, I guess it could be a black horse. You never know which one will be the most powerful and the coolest. The last, but definitely not least, of the things that we are working on and look to implement quite soon. Again, probably not this patch. I mean, not probably. I mean, definitely not this patch. Definitely not next patch, but very soon, is as we are going to split up the unit levels even further. So, if now units have levels 1 to 15. What we want is basically what a lot of you guys have been asking for, sort of making the upgrading easier, making upgrading more fun, and sort of growing your army and growing your units on regular basis. Thank you. I did. I tend to forget when these when I get carried away explaining, but basically the cost of upgrading from let's say level 10 to level 11 for a unit is not going to change, but you will have more steps, so you don't have to go from 10 to 11 immediately, but you can go 10.1, 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, and so on until you get to 11. And with each upgrade, you will gain a little bit more of power. So that should actually make every time you play, you could actually upgrade and feel the power increase of power of your army increase, and you don't have to wait like a month to see result of you collecting the shards, collecting the gold, and hoping to grow the unit in strength and power. So basically, nothing is going to change to the unit. The unit is not going to become cheaper. It's not going to become more expensive. The upgrading doesn't become cheaper or more expensive. You don't need more or less shards or gold, but you can do it in more steps, and that way you can basically pay the upgrade levels in parts and already get the benefits and feel the the strengthening of your legion more often. You'd rather give 10.2 than give a bit more gold. Absolutely. I don't think that the gold is actually a big problem right now. There's plenty of gold sources. It's not really about collecting enough gold to upgrade, but selecting what to upgrade, getting all the shards that you want. I mean, maybe you have almost enough for rank 12, 12 unit to upgrade, and you could get the gold. You can. There's plenty of gold coming from even season pass now, so. Strange solution to the gold problem. We don't see it actually as a gold problem. We see it as having to wait a lot longer to actually get to increase the power of the unit. We don't want people to level up units too fast and reaching level 12 with all of the units. So the gold amount of gold that people receive in the game is in quite good situation right now. You can get 33 rare shards per day and around 4,000 gold if you have BH open. So the gold cost of the next upgrade is divided by 10 between the levels. Like if the unit from 910 would cost 10,000, I can pay 1,000 each time for a slight increase in the power until 10. Xavier, absolutely correct. Yes, that's exactly how it works. You don't have to wait for it. You can upgrade it, and you don't have to wait for the full amount of shards to collect or full amount of gold to collect. But as you get it, you get to upgrade it. That's gold is always the problem. Well, yes, it's always the problem, and it's the problem that we want you guys to have as well. We want you guys to have limitations on how you build the army, to have choices. That do I now level up my archers, or do I level up my shield bearers? It's not. You get all the resources, and that's when and all the units to max level, and that's when the game starts. The whole game is about building the legion and making decisions around building the legion, and gold needs to be somewhat scarce. There need to be good ways of receiving it. There need to be fair ways of being able to get it, but it definitely is intentionally scarce. Anything about the new raid boss yet? You can see the Ares. You can see the new raid boss right below me. It looks pretty cool. I have shard for a lot of level 11 or 12s, but no gold. Yep. So you do need to actively trade. Also, lack of gold can be that people don't request units that you can donate for them for the gold. As someone has mentioned, that you can get at least 4,000 gold just through the donations. If you maxed all units inside of a month, people would quit out of boredom. Rabble Supreme is exactly correct. That's the game is about getting new units, seeing them grow, seeing the army grows, perhaps finding a new composition, and then realizing that now you need more of this kind of unit or that kind of unit, and collecting and making choices. It's just that right now, when you get higher and higher, the amount of resources you need to stockpile is so huge that it's really annoying. You need to sit on that 40,000 gold, 30,000 gold, just to 10,000 gold, whatever is your level and whatever is your level of income. Because of course also, like, larger raids bring pretty decent income. Bounty hunt brings a lot of money. There are plenty of sources of income, but also the motivation to actually do that and participate in those also comes from if you find a cool new unit or cool new setup. But with the new system, you don't need to stockpile and sit on that resource that you want to spend. You can do a little bit of upgrades and pushings and still feel the power rise a little bit. And of course, you still have those biggest jumps at the actual change of the major point. Like for example, at the same amount of resources and gold, you will unlock the first power stone, and then you will unlock the second power stone, and so on. "97 likes, prepare the next quiz." Oh yeah, that's true. Let's close this one. And then let's make a second quiz. I'll just move this a little bit. Oh, there we go. Promise you would never upgrade units in a month, even if they gave up even a tiny bit more gold. You would never upgrade a unit in a month. I'm not sure I understand what Papa Woody is trying to say, but yeah, the amount of resources needed is not increasing. It's just that the intervals, you can do it in smaller intervals. I mean, of course, you could just click on upgrade higher and faster, but yeah. Let's import some pre-made stuff from here. There we go. Get let's get the second quiz going. Since this is at 1725 and I don't want to quizzes cannibalize each other, so this is a bonus quiz, and there's one that should be at 1726, so we'll combine, and answering this quiz will give you bonus for kind of answering for the two quiz. So this is extra special, super special quiz. There we go. There was one guy who made Traplight Ridge because that madman went for level 15 units and bought a lot of wagons and gold. Gotta spread love to all the units, I agree. Just a little extra gold would be nice to adapt and compete with the top clans or top players. I mean, the upgrading a lot of units to max level. I don't think that there's actually... Was there somebody who upgraded any unit to level 15? I haven't seen anybody that has upgraded any unit to rank 15 except my own accounts, which are made with just for the stream. And also, I mean, with the more gold, generally when we add a new I mean, we have never removed sources of gold. We have only added sources of gold. So, if I mean, I'm sure that some of the old timers here can tell how scarce the gold was, let's say a year ago, when bounty hunt wasn't there and a lot of other things were still missing. Uh, when you have a suggestion for a new skin, make a monster hunter who wears a baseball bat and New York Yankees outfit. Hey, I even have the cap. Didn't actually buy it to match the shirt, nor am I a big baseball person, but how many raid bosses were revealed on community stream? Well, I mean, it doesn't say today. It just says on community stream. So, of course, it's all the bosses that were revealed on the all the raid bosses that have been revealed on community stream. How many have been revealed? One isn't an answer. What's the answer, guys? That's a. The first quiz has been closed. The first quiz has been closed. Maybe overall bosses. I mean, basically, how many raid bosses have been spoiled on this stream? The first time they were shown, I mean, on this stream, and I mean community stream, and we have never had anything else except community streams. So maybe it is 8, maybe it is 9. Who knows? It is a mystery for sure. And yes, so currently the game has, as you know, 3 raid bosses, and there is one new raid boss that is joining the joining those previous ones. Yeah, sure. Today we earn a lot more gold than before, but considering that it takes too long for a unit to get to level 15, and then we have a lot of units that were coming over time, gold is still low. Well, to be honest, the rank 15 for a unit is not something that we expect people to have on all the units. In fact, we don't really expect many people to have level 15 units in general. Basically, the unit gains the biggest power jump in its effectiveness at level 12, and absolutely all the units are upgradable to that level. And also, even with the new system, where, let's say, getting to rank 12 on the Mythic unit has been very hard. Now you can just take it little by little, and with the common units, it's actually not that big of a deal to get it to level 12, the unit that you need. And this is what I mean by also choices, that you do need to still think, you do need to decide and put the resources into the strategy that you choose. So of course you can't have everything at level 12, nor that's the point. The only person that will have that is me, and that's because they get paid to do it. So yeah. The only army I expect to see with all all level 15 units as the one that I create to play on the stream, because it should be, when you see level 15 units, it's something very special in the sense of it. Somebody has spent a lot of effort and time collecting all those shards, and yeah. Did he say that there was a total of 5 new ones beyond Gullix? No, I didn't say that there were 5 new beyond Gullix. I'm just saying that Gullix is the first of the raid bosses, and we will definitely have more raid bosses coming up, but definitely no number. I mean, 5. If you think about it, 5 is a pretty low number. If we start putting them on regular intervals, it could be 10, 20, however many. We do plan to keep running and creating stuff and expanding Battle Legion still for a long time. So it's and I mean, this is again, like, I'm not saying that it will be 20, 30, or however many. No one knows. It's not decided, nor I don't think that it will ever be decided that we will have a hard limit on that kind of things. Though of course it doesn't really make sense if we have a whole bunch of them. So we will see how it develops, and also maybe, well, what will happen, and how will the whole boss things go. Maybe we'll have another raid. Maybe they will live in different castles, and you will fight them at intervals. There are many ways of doing and approaching it. So when we will see rank 16 in game, or just missed units like number 3 unit on rank 15? Rank 16 is actually already overdue. We should have it by our own current, not current plans, but by the plans that we've had of how often we want to add new ranks. There's already a lot of people on rank 15, and we do need to open up, and we do need to let people to progress and add new units as well. First of all, it's not going to be set in stone that each rank will always have 3 units, and the way that it is going, it might actually change quite drastically of how many units are per what rank, and the unlocking of them as we go along. But yeah. Sora is not here. What does the new boss do in terms of attack, defense, magic? As Ares, the new boss just stands there and takes your beating. It's a DPS check. It's not about how you survive the boss. It's how effective you are at applying damage to it. Did you manage to fix the bug? I don't know. You need to contact support about that. I haven't heard about that bug, at least. Ulther, how about increasing the frequency of the raids? Right now they seem a little bit scarce. What are your thoughts? Before we had a lot more comments about, or it was very clear that the raids were too frequent, and people felt like they were forced to raid too much, and it was, since it is also such a huge such a huge impact, but currently we don't have plans on increasing the raid frequency, though maybe it will happen in the future. Let's see what else. What other question, comments? We don't have much time left, guys. So if you do want to ask something, then shoot the questions. can we try having more players get the S plus and S chest for clan raids? Actually, that was something that I brought up now in the last two weekly meetings, and definitely something that we have been discussing. And I would expect that something will happen about it. I mean, we definitely don't want. I mean, we want people to participate and feel like that they are contributing to the raid themselves, to the raid itself. But we don't want the raid to become a destructive force in the inter-clan dynamics. We don't like it causing fights. So we don't have the solution yet. We don't have the how we're gonna change it, or if we're gonna change it. But we're definitely looking at it right now. I would expect that something will happen. Next time quiz now. No, there won't be another quiz today. The current one will ate up the normal quiz, so you will get the rewards for the likes and the time quiz. PvE camping with chapters each season era would be super cool, but I guess that would require a lot of work. That definitely would require a lot of work. And definitely would be really cool. I want to see the raids have waves like skirmishes, but units stay dead. At least until the boss goes down, then it resets. Well, I mean, it does kind of work like that with the damage now. You do the damage and it still stays there. So do you mean like so that it would save the... or like that you would actually have several rooms, like you could, if you defeat, first you start with like one boss and then you actually go like through the raid instance. I mean, it would be cool, but for that we actually do need to have something like 50 raid bosses, where you would have like skirmish style that first the clan tries to fight against, let's say, Gullix. It beats the Gullix, and then it goes and tries to fight the Volcanus, and then after Volcanus tries to fight Leshir, and so on. And then once you defeat all of them, you get the grand prize for defeating the grand raid. Like actually works in quite a lot of games with sort of longer raids. But again, like that would require a lot more bosses in the first place, and very, very heavy rework of the system. So it's a cool idea though, absolutely. Right. Is it possible to increase some items which we could buy from gems? It feels like two item system is balanced. What do you mean? What sort of items you wanted to buy with gems? Faceless Knights buff. Is it actually, are the Faceless Knights bad at the moment? Then again, I haven't really seen them, but is it more about the current era, which is very dominated by dogs and things that can kill the dogs? I thought it would be cool to have a set of 5 bosses you have to get through each 100 lives. You try and compete 5 out of 5, then you get massive rewards. Yeah. I mean, it's in a lot of, let's say, MMOs, that's how the raid works. I mean, you have several bosses. I think it's cool, and I mean, I don't think that it's impossible to see us having that in the future, but definitely not something that will come very fast. What is the size of Battle Legion team in Traplight? I think we have 34 people right now. Wave 1 trash mobs, wave 2 trash mobs plus boss. Any trash mobs killed stay dead. But do they have respawn timers? Rabble, have you been to like the old sort of raids where you also had to be mindful of the trash respawn timers, which sometimes were so short, like 50 minutes and so on. Sometimes even less. I want to buy artifacts with gems. We actually don't want to add artifacts to be purchasable with gems. We want to keep them as a special reward from doing raids. So it's you only get it by playing. Doggo's holy boombot combo nerf. Well, I mean, we are not planning to nerf the dogs. Basically, the dogs become super strong when the immunity is around, and you need to figure out how to deal with them. So there are plenty of builds which do fine against them, but you can't expect to beat them with every build. So. Unless I missed that, I have fought you this stream. I haven't fought you this stream either, but I have seen you fight plenty of people you fought last time too. Do my chances really increase with each stream that I don't fight in? Yes, they do, but the thing is that right now there are about 600 people who sign up, and about 150 get played. So there is a chance. It adds a chance, and it's not like that it puts you for sure on top of the ladder if you haven't played, but it's basically you have let's say that this is not how the math works, but let's say that there are 600 people that signed up, and you've signed up, and you didn't take part, or you didn't get to fight in the last fight night. So instead of having 1 to 600 each time you get picked, you have like 2 out of 600. But it's not how the math works, but just on a very basic level. It adds, and it keeps adding up the chances. But yeah. The amount of gold from 5,000 gems feels not worth it, and also the wagons are not balanced. The lowest wagon is way more valuable than the dragon one, with cost way more than 650. Yeah, that's something that the wagons and the content of the wagons is something that we will be looking and reworking. And also one thing that a lot of people have been talking about, sort of having more of a choice, or maybe even excluding some of the units out of the wagons. Have you considered ranking the season era champions in terms of the highest score? Do you mean? Do you mean? I mean, we do have the system where you get a different color title if you reach the number 1 spot. So, but it would be kind of hard because generally there are many people who reach number 1 spot during any given season. Any progress on artifact shard request? We're not. I mean, it's something that we're aware that people want, but we have no current plans of implementing that. We definitely are talking about. It has been talked about, but we don't see that it's currently necessary to add. Maybe in the future, but now no. What mythic gems are coming next era? I'm sorry, Ani Viper, but I have no idea. I didn't. Generally, I always have the patch notes ready for me, and I can check out. But now I don't. So no buffs, no nerfs, no Powerstones. Untamed Beast Druid 2 OP, almost impossible to break it with full army when Druid and Beast using only 4 army slots. Well, plenty of ways of beating them, and for example, depends of course if you could freeze them or if you can't. You can reflect the damage back to the beast. You could also kill the druid, and then there are plenty of ways of dealing it, but it is definitely a very strong combo. And also, the druid has recently got a little bit worse because it had a bug that did increase its healing more than it should. Someone just mentioned the ability to purchase shards with gold or gems on a rotationary each day. I think Clash Royale does something similar. Any chance we'd get it here? Actually, a pretty good chance. All of these kind of small things we are looking at, and also not the first time that people have been asking and suggesting that. Not saying that it would come, but definitely we are looking at reworking the wagons, those purchasable wagons, reworking the current wagon system. People have been asking about the wagon queue, but basically providing and making sure that the resources through that avenue are not being wasted and you're not punished for it. But exactly how it would be done, or what would be implemented. That, for example, would we have a similar system where you can buy perhaps some with gold, some with gems, specific unit shards on a rotationary basis? Maybe, but yeah. Right. Skull of Necro, Lord, Artifact, Summon Skeletons. Which level are they? To summon the Devourer, I need to sacrifice units, and their levels affect which level the Devourer will have. That's actually a very good question. I don't know. I don't know. Igor, I will actually post it into feedback channel, and I will, if you remember, if you come next stream in 2 weeks, if you come next stream, I will have the answer for you, because I just asked from our designer. I don't know what level are the skeletons. So Ulther talked about 3 new artifacts. Are they common, rare, or mythic? Common, rare, and mythic. One of each. Any possible changes for the tomes? The randomness of how we get tomes now is just bad and frustrating. I've sent a lot of feedback about it. Didn't hear anything about it. Well, I mean, the tomes, and that's something also that, let's say that once that big juicy thing that requires a lot of time and effort is looked through, I do think that Powerstones would get some love, and for example, combination and all of that kind of stuff, like combining artifacts, combining Powerstones into a random one, have been suggested a lot of the times. But yeah, we are going to look into it in the future. Right. All these new things you announce inspire me and every day. Thank you for all the things you team do for us. Glad to hear you enjoy the game, Igor, and hopefully you will continue enjoying it. And if you do have questions, comments, do send it. We do read it. Very good point. Very good place to send your feedback is when you sign up for the fight night. I make a special slide out of the feedback just from the fight night. Every week we also gather the main topics, concerns, things from the suggestion channel. And also a lot of you guys were talking about that you want to see the roadmap, and now we are actually making one in-house with our own resources. So it's not going to be on Trello, but it will be where we will have a process of updating it, and also we can see how effective it is, how many people come visit, the views, the things like that. And we can also add a lot more and easier content, like some screenshots, videos, maybe some more detailed text explanation. Stream's almost over and I didn't see myself. Yeah, it's I mean, we will need to I don't know, we need to do something with the fight nights in the future. Maybe somehow evolve them, maybe change them somehow. But for now, all you can do is hope for the luck and to see your name. And also, of course, maybe you even missed it if you weren't following and watching throughout all of the 2 hours. I definitely don't notice all of the names or most of the names because I'm trying to follow the chat primarily. Molten armor has the most health. Are you in general PvP? What do you mean, are you in general PvP? You should post perhaps a doctor version of that, of what Truplight is looking at from suggestion would help people feel heard. Yeah, definitely. It's been long overdue, and the sort of roadmap is going to be a good step towards that. And of course, another one are these streams. I have been always very open about things that I have information on and able to share. Ulther, could we get a toggle to set the amount we wish to receive offers for, like from Royal Wagon? If I could set the value at 10, I'd be more likely to buy them than at 20. I mean, definitely I can I could ask. I don't know if it's something, because also a lot of the payment things are regulated by the Apple and Google, and to be honest, with these kind of features, I'll just pass the feedback along, and yeah, see what happens. Will you come up? Are you in the general PvP? Will you come up in battle? So the way it works, the fight nights work, SSH, Mr. SSH, we collect the people, or I collect the names of people who sign up, and the sign up opens on Wednesday, and the list of players is randomly sorted with people who have signed up previously but didn't get to fight having a higher chance of being picked to be fought next, or being higher in the queue, and then the fight starts. So basically, this is a pre-generated list of people. How many people are working on Battle Legion? It's about, I think it was 35. Well, nice try at the Dave. Yeah, I'm not sure of like how you pronounce that, so. no way. Are they not just 2 or 3 person? Yeah, it's the game. The game might look cute and simple, but there's very much on the inside, and uh, we have a bunch of people doing coding and art and QA, and then also you do need to have marketing, and then all sorts of people who just spend their time chatting and writing things and creating posts and streams and so on. So all sorts of people take to make the game and run the game. So can I still fill the 100 forms likes form? Yeah, I will actually. What I will do is I will post the as the last thing. I will post the link to the second quiz, and as we are approaching 6 o'clock, and that is a hard stop for me for today's stream. I will be thanking you very much for joining, making it a lovely chat, even though today was a little bit earlier. But I think and hope that it was a lot of interesting information that you guys that I was able to share with you guys, and hopefully you're excited about new things coming out. And on that note, I will end the stream and wish you all very warm spring, summer.